I almost did it again. And you asked me, what did I almost do? I almost started playing music in my car before I started posting, when I knew what I wanted to post about. I definitely wanted to tap into this thing that dawned on me yesterday, and then I woke up thinking about it this morning. So it's definitely a two-tier type thing. You know, child support or support of the child. But whoever's supporting the child needs to be supported. You feel me? And that goes into like a few folds of a comment. You know, it goes into like really, really deep, almost quilted. It's almost a quilted statement. You know, sewn together little bitty pieces. You know, child support is centered on the child. You know what I'm saying? But every child's supposed to be supported. So it's definitely important to appropriately analyze the support that your child is getting so you can support that. You know, because child support was created to help supplement a parent taking care of a kid. At the end of the day, it's the parent is taking care of the kid. You're helping the parent take care of the kid. It actually makes sense now. You know, I always looked at it wrong on the basis of this money going to the mama, why not the kid? And it's like the mama taking care. I'm using an example of the mama because it goes both ways, but it's like the mama is taking care of the kid regardless of you helping. So you're going to help her help the kid. You know, it's not about the kid getting the quote unquote $80 a week. The kid don't know what to do with $80 a week, right? My daddy gave me that money. Okay. What about everything else? So it ties into that whole thing, and then it kind of ties into what I be thinking now. I be like, you know, kids do stuff. Kids go to school, kids live, kids neighborhood. Like, we have to help the kids out so the kids will be supported so they could better support and enhance themselves as they get older. So it'll make communities a little bit stronger, because communities have definitely gotten weaker in the past, 20 years, and it's natural selection. The more land you got, the more space you got to take care of, like a house and an apartment. The bigger your house / apartment, the more time you got to spend cleaning. If you got a 1-bedroom apartment, you may have 30 to 40 minutes extra a day not worrying about stuff, because it's like, but you may not be comfortable those 30, 45 minutes. It's just all the perspective, I used to, Zoe mom used to have a 4-bedroom house, and I had a 1-bedroom apartment, and she used to argue like, well, I should pay her money because her rent was more. And to me, that was stupid. I was like, nobody told you to get that house. But then, I was like, well, my daughter get to live in the house. Let me support. And it's like, that's always been my basis of my relationship with her mom. It's like, you're supporting my kid, I'll support you. As long as you support my kid, I can support you. And that's, that's how I move. That's how, I vibe with my situation. But everybody different, Who am I to critique somebody else living? But, when it comes to the basic understanding of the concept of support, that's super critical. You're supporting the kid. Who's supporting the kid before you support them? Yeah, the parents, the middleman. And the same thing with my child. I quote unquote quit paying child support. I was like, man, I live in a house. Zoe lives in the house. I take her to school, extracurricular activities, keep her busy, educate. Like, I do so much stuff. I'm like, if anything, you need to be supporting me, but you make more money than me. So if you making more money than me, I'm doing more than you. I'm doing as much as you. I'm doing a little bit less than you. It doesn't really matter, because it's like, It's a support of the child. That's what we're talking about, you know. It's like, if I'm not supporting the child, let's have a conversation. Because sometimes we have these conversations. She's like, well, Zoe needs some underwear. And I'd be like, well, whatever underwear you buy her, take a picture, I'll go buy the same ones. And then she just look at me like, well, you could just give me the money. I'm like, you're missing the point. Like, you said she need underwear. You're getting her underwear. I'm getting her the same, like, other stuff like that. But that's how the game goes. You know, I've been playing it for a while, you know. And you understand from the child, mom and dad perspective, we just move different, you know. It's all about supporting the kid, you know. Make sure you supporting the kid and you ain't got to worry about child support, you know. That's all I got to say. Because, like, people support your kid. It's kind of like coaches, trainers, teachers. They're supporting your kid. You pay them. How you pay them is a different conversation, you know. Everybody pay differently, you know. So I definitely say out of that. I'm like that with my basketball parents, you know. Like, I keep my little basketball roster low because, you know, you're supporting me. So by you supporting me, I got to be accessible to you. So we shall move forward and keep everything moving and have everything going and flowing. So if you ever in some type of situation and you're like, why I'm doing this, think about the outcome of what you're doing, and it makes it so much better when you're plotting and planning and thinking about the whole thing. If you're so focused on one thing, you gotta think about the end. You know, I had a conversation with one of my friends yesterday. You know, she, whenever she's in her relationships, she good. But if she got her relationship, she be in that rut, like, you know, I don't want to live my life like this. And I be looking at her and I be like, I think you're living good, you know. So, but who am I to say somebody living good when it's their life? It ain't mine. It's their life. So by it being their life, it's not appropriate for me to say, hey, it's going good. Hey, it's going bad. My job is just, you know, respect where they're coming from. But also, you know, get them to focus on their long term. You know, like, what's your long term? Okay. Is that still a goal? Man, I'm done with it. I'm not going to go back and forth too long because that's your thing. I'm about it, you know. Like Snoop Dogg said on America Most Wanted. It's one of my favorite quotes. We up out of there. Yeah, you know, we up out of there. Anybody got time for that stuff? But yeah, make sure you support who support you, and make sure you support those that support others. All right, peace out, holla.